Today we're taking a look at the Maul Ventress Saber, also known as the Shadow Collective. What's up everybody, welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. Today we're taking a look at Darth Maul and Asajj Ventress lightsaber. But before we keep moving forward, if you're new here, please drop down, subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification button for new videos. Over 75% of our viewers are not subscribed, so help me out, help YouTube out, know that we're here, and just drop down, give a like, and subscribe, and leave some comments. I'm always down there chatting with everybody. And if you have any suggestions to any videos that you would like to see, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see if I can get to those for you. All right, let's get back to this awesome lightsaber. From what I remember, I don't know if there was much of a backstory there, and he just had this new staff. And I was like, where did that come from? I don't even know. Was there a backstory? And then at some point, Disney did put out their own. It was called the Shadow Collective. And then not long after that, they put out the exact same hilt again, except the blade and the crystal were yellow. And I was like, where did that come from? So that's when I started doing a little bit of research to figure out where this lightsaber came from. And apparently, after Asajj Ventress lost her lightsabers, they were stolen in like a little alleyway. Down the line, she became a bounty hunter and then acquired this lightsaber on the black market somewhere. And then from what I understand, a little further down the line, she was killed by Count Dooku, and this lightsaber was either buried with her and then it resurfaced somehow, and Maul picked it up on the black market. And that's where this combination lightsaber came from. Now you could do your own research. I believe it was a novel that all that information was in. I did a lot of Google searching and stuff like that because I unfortunately didn't know much about this particular lightsaber when it was originally put out. Now fortunately, I was able to grab a NeoPixel version of that Maul Ventress saber from Vaders Sabers to replace the version I had from Disney for so many reasons. So let's open up this box and see how awesome this staff is. All right, so one of the first things that you'll see is that this is two sabers that does need to be connected, and it comes with a lot of stuff because it is two separate sabers. They give us two sets of Allen wrenches, USB connector drive thingies, two manuals. We've got two acrylic stands, two USB-C, two blade plugs, two Allen wrenches. We've got timing shims, and we have some extra screws. And then we have two of my favorite style blades. These are the 7/8 blades. These are thinner than the 1 inch, and they are so much brighter. I love these blades so much. And then yes, we have the Darth Maul and Ventress hilts. All right, here we are. We've got the two hilts side by side. They are beautiful. These are just set in there. There's a silver one right here. This is actually the activation button. This does nothing. Then we have a cover tech on the other side. Right here, we basically have the connector piece. The Ventress side also has the connector piece, so you're going to screw those two in together. But before I show you how this whole thing goes together, I'm going to show you how to get to the battery and the chassis section because you're going to need to charge this thing. So for the original Darth Maul side, you're basically just going to grab and twist here. And this bottom section below these rings are going to come out. There we go. All right. And in here, you'll notice the beautiful gold chassis. We have the SD card right there, and we have the charging port right here. Now, it couldn't get easier to charge unless they put the charging port like right on here. Originally, I really liked the charging ports and the buttons being on the body. But in more recent days, I'm really loving the simplicity of just getting to the chassis and plugging them in. Now, we have the same thing with the Ventress side. We're just gonna grab here and twist off the whole black piece. And right under there, we have another beautiful gold chassis. SD card is a lot more exposed on this one. And then right here, you'll see we have the USB-C charging port right there. All right, let's put this together real quick. It's very simple. We're just gonna screw them in, and then you want to just make sure that the buttons all align. If they don't, you do have timing shims that you can kind of change that with. All right, so how I have this already set, I don't have any timing shims in here. It just actually really worked out well. This is very nicely lined up with the buttons here, so we're pretty good there. So we have the ignition here, and we have the ignition here. So we're pretty set. And on the back, we've got the two CoverTech wheels. One there, one there. Now I want to address one thing about this before I even move forward. If you are a fan of this lightsaber, maybe you own the Disney version of it, maybe you just like the way it looks in the show, you're thinking about getting one because of that particular thing. I have seen versions with them, and I've seen it like this now. So here's what I'm talking about. There should be a crystal here, and unfortunately there is not. I don't know what you're thinking, John, I have the Disney version, there's a crystal. Yeah, there's a crystal. However, Disney also did it wrong. They put it in the wrong spot, and it's down here. It should be over here. Why did Disney do that? Because of their terrible blade design. Now, their design basically is this big nub that's got to go right into where the crystal would have sat. So unfortunately, that is a downside as well to the Disney version. Now I'm bringing up the Disney version so we can jump online and compare some of the prices. So let's jump on Google and just do a basic search for the Maul Collective Saber. So let's just click on the Shop Disney one and see what we have here. It is listed for $169 without the blade. $169, $149, $100 for 2 blades, plus tax, plus shipping. I mean, we're already looking at over $500 for this setup. So now let's jump over to Vader Sabers and take a look at the listing that they have here for this lightsaber. This one is called the Dark Apprentice Maul Ventress Inspired. The version that I have here is the Xenopixel. So this has 16 plus, so over 16 sound fonts, 2 hilts, 2 blades, USB charging, hex wrenches, extra screws, and manuals. And we're looking at $600, $599. For the full staff. That's both sides. Now this is also available in a base lit hilt for $499, and you could also get a Profi version for $699. So you will have some options depending on whatever your budget happens to be. I'll put a discount code here to help you save a few extra bucks. I'll also put this info and a direct link to this lightsaber down in the description for you. So in the end, the Disney version and this Vader Sabers version are virtually the same, except that the Disney version will not even offer you half of what the Vader Sabers version is going to offer you. All right, let's bust out the blades, get them in there, and I'll show you some of the sound fonts. Yeah, just hit the ceiling fan. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the other Darth Maul. I'm gonna kind of move back as far as I can here. I am 5'10", and this has got to this has got to be 6.5 feet tall. All right, so I've got to be really careful because I'm hitting everything. I may actually break this thing in half because I'm going to wreck my room. But the ignition is here, careful, and the top silver one here. Now, it is nice and loud. All the sounds kind of pumping through the middle here because this is where the speakers are. Beautiful smooth swing. We've got the typical blaster sounds. Flash on clash. Beautiful. I gotta break this in half because I can't move. All right, so we'll take a look a little bit at the Ventress half. So I'll do a couple of things with this, and then we'll move over to the Maul half. So simple things like volume are, we're gonna hold the button down for 1 count. 1, 1, and 1. Volume high. So it is pretty loud. Great smooth swing. Flash on clash, blasters. Gesture controls on and off. Now, the one cool thing is that we may not have the crystal here, but we do have the glow of the blade being in there. So this is really, really nice. So it does have a feel of there being some kind of crystal or something in here. So let's take a listen to a few of the sound fonts.
The Protector, Wanderer, the Knight, the Assassin, the Dark Sword, New Horizon, the Chosen, Moonfield, Whispers of Power, the teacher, the second, the learner, the Dark Lord revisited.
So you can see there are a lot of sound fonts in here. As you can see, switching the sound fonts are as simple as turning it upside down and just giving a twirl.
Hatred, Dark Ages.
The other way, if you missed a font, you could always go back. You're going to hold the button for 3 seconds and it'll go back. 1, 2, 3.
Hatred. The Count.
All right, let's move over to the original Maul hilt. So we'll look at some of the ignitions and blade styles on this one. So we're going to just hold this down for 2. 1, 2.
Pulse.
Pulse. So you see the colors just kind of breathing in and out there. 1, 2.
Rainbow blade.
Rainbow blade. 1, 2.
Cracked blade.
Cracked blade. And then while we're at it, let's change the color back to red. Very easy. We're going to hold down while it's on the button, the ignition button, for 2 seconds. 1, 2. All right, now we have activated it, and it's going to basically scroll through all the colors slowly until you get to where you want to go. So there's a red. So when the color comes up that you want to select, you just hit the ignition button. Now the other way of just bouncing from color to color much quicker rather than letting the hilt scroll through the colors, we're going to hold it upside down while it's on. All right, we're going to hold the ignition button and give a twist. So here we go, hold and twist. And now you'll see we're just kind of hitting all the main colors, yellow, pinks, white. So it's much easier, much quicker to get to the colors that you're looking for. All right, let's go back to a red. There we go. And you just let the button go.
The Dark Sword.
Dark Sword.
New Horizon. The Chosen.
All right, my friends, that is a quick rundown of the Maul Ventress Saber, the Shadow Collective. If you enjoyed this video, please drop down below, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, the notification thing, leave some comments, do everything down below. It's fun. All right, I'll see you all in the next video. Be safe and kind out there in the world. See ya.